Welcome. This is Michael Drury, Pandora's producing artistic director, and today I am chatting with Cody Clark, who is a professional magician and autistic self-advocate. He also was our magician consultant, magic consultant on our upcoming production of Open by Crystal Skillman. And I must say that we had a great time working with Cody, and I'm very excited to chat with him today. How are you today, Cody?
I'm doing really good, Michael. It is such an honor to be a part of this.
Well, we're the ones who are honored, and I'm equally honored that you got all snazzed up in your favorite magician's coat.
Of course, only the best for the open audience.
Awesome, awesome. So why don't you start off by just telling us a little bit about yourself and how you got into magic and what your training was for that. I don't think people know really how magicians get trained, so.
That is a very good question. I'm 27 years old. I got into magic when I was 11, when I went to the Bart Rocket Magic Show during a family vacation down in Gulf Shores. I saw magicians at the fair. I liked the magicians at the fair, but I don't think they inspired me where Bart did, because Bart brought me up on stage and actually let me make the magic moment happen. That was the moment of spark and inspiration that led to me joining a club in town called the Louisville Magic Club. I'm still a member today, and they have lectures every month. They have jam sessions now virtually. They're where I go to learn all my magic tricks. If you want to know if Hogwarts is real, it's real in the local magic clubs. And now in New Albany, Indiana, there's a magic shop run by Brent Braun called J&B Magic Shop.
Excellent. I live in New Albany, and I did not even know we had a magic shop in town, so that is good to know.
I definitely recommend going there because they've got beginner tricks, they got advanced tricks, and they've even got some hand puzzles that are fun for anybody.
Oh, fun, fun, fun. Listen, you mentioned in your bio and then in your introduction too that you use your autism in your act. For those who've not seen your show, can you tell us what that looks like?
Now, are your viewers going to be able to see me, or is this just an audio interview?
They'll be able to see you.
Oh, can I just show you all?
Absolutely.
Well, the reason I combine magic with autism advocacy is because far too often, people's perceptions of autism tend to be a bit too black and white for my taste. People think we're either geniuses or failures. They think we're nonverbal or walking dictionaries who won't shut up, Michael. They think we're cold and unemotional, or having meltdowns at Walmart because they're the only ones practicing social distancing there. There's not much in between. There is only black and white. Until you have a different way of thinking about autism, then you'll see it can really be magical.
Excellent.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
A colorful and quite diverse spectrum full of some of the best people you will ever meet.
Wonderful.
Thank
That's
you.
Great. That's great. Tell us if magic has helped you deal with your autism, and if it has, how you feel about that, and how you feel about magic and having done that.
I think it has in two main ways, one physical way and then one mental way. Physically, it has because a lot of people with autism have low motor skills. We really don't have the strongest muscles, which is why we really don't play sports. But magic needs sleight of hand. It needs the discipline of being able to palm cards and coins. So it's great for developing hand muscles. And I think magic's helped me there with the physical aspect of autism. And then with the mental aspect, a lot of us struggle with what's called executive functioning, making plans and committing to them. But magic forces you to do that because you have to make plans to master the trick. Then you have to plan out a whole entire show. And with you and this project, making plans to help out Jackie and you with open and doing the invisible magic tricks.
Wonderful. Have you consulted on any other theater projects besides Open, or is this your first time?
This is my second. My first time was when Allie Keel did The Stranger and Ludlow Quinn because they were inspired by the downtown magic theater that's above Barano's that really don't get used anymore, but has all those cool posters.
Yes, it does have great posters.
And that's what Allie brought me in for, is so I could tell them this is the magician behind this poster, this is the tricks they were known for. And then Allie ran with that and created a monthly serial back when we had the trolley hops.
Right, yeah, I remember that. I'm not sure if I saw those, but I really love that space. It's a small space if you haven't been there, and it does have these huge, gigantic magician posters. It's really a lovely, small, intimate space. Theater 502 does quite a number of shows there, and I think they produced the Ludlow Quinn series. How was that different than working on Open?
I think that was different because of the focus on magic history and making it relevant to modern times. And also we did have the advantage of being able to teach real magic tricks. Where with Open, it's not just a matter of it being a virtual show, but all the magic has to be pantomimed. So the challenge of this production is making sure the audience still understands what magic trick is supposed to actually be happening. Then also communicating that Jackie is a magician in my style, not a Harry Potter type magician.
Right. I heard you all talking about that. I'm going to go off script a little bit and just ask the difference between those two things.
Oh, Harry Potter can for real do magic, so pantomiming your Harry Potter is way easier than pantomiming you're like me. So I essentially told Jackie, you still have to pretend you're doing a secret. In a way, the challenge of magic is you have to build up the skills, then hide your skills. So that was the big challenge I told Jackie with pantomime.
Right. So that may be the answer to this question, but what were some of the challenges with Open?
Well, that was a big challenge, teaching Jackie how to find just the right balance between hinting at a secret without actually exposing the secrets. And then there are certain magic tricks, especially the linking rings. That's a hard trick to do with real linking rings. Pantomiming it is even harder still. So that routine in particular was the one we've had to work the most on, but it does sound like Jackie has gotten up to speed with it.
She has. She did a great job. We, while we're recording this, I'm not sure when this will be released, but we just finished last night, Thursday, September 3rd. We just finished videotaping the show, and I think she did a great job, but all thanks to you. So we really appreciate that.
That hardens me to no end.
Yes. I can't wait for you to see it too. I'll make sure that you get a link to it so you see it. So how does, in your opinion, how does magic support the storytelling in Open?
Well, I think magic supports the storytelling in Open because it gives the virtual audience a direct in. It gives them, instead of it being a passive experience, the audience is having to really be at the edge of their seats because they're trying to mentally figure out what the tricks they are performing. And plus it is, at least from what I've read of the story of Open, it is an expression of love, Jackie's character doing the show, right?
Yes.
I think that is something everyone can relate to, an expression of love and that sort of desperation of trying to do one last act to maintain love. And that's sort of a theme throughout, like lots of concerts, the last show, that if you don't do good at the show, you won't get the big break. I kind of feel with Jackie, it's sort of that, but not with getting a gig, but with this love relationship.
Right. Yes, it's a very sweet love story at its heart. Without giving too much away, she does magic. She does magic that isn't really magic. She doesn't have the props in her hand. We are asked to imagine all of those. You alluded to that in the linking rings. which I do think is probably the hardest trick that she does and the hardest to sort of see what's going on. But I think that she does them well, and I'm really excited for people to see that show because it is a really beautiful love story, and Crystal Skillman, I believe, has just an amazing knack for writing and interlacing different aspects of the story in different times. She doesn't tell the story in a linear fashion. It's interspersed. Each sort of timeline is interspersed with each other in really a brilliant way of telling the story, and sort of slowly revealing the conflict of the play and also the resolution, but also building the love story between Jenny and Kristen. So I'm glad you brought that up. That's that's one of the reasons why I fell in love with the play. So I'm really excited for people to see it. I'm excited for you to see it, so that you see what your student has done with what you've taught her.
I have a feeling I'll be very proud, and in general, I'm proud of seeing all these theater companies still doing productions virtually.
Yeah, I think we should incorporate magic more often, frankly.
I think so too, because that was the one art a lot of magicians at first were worried to death magic would never work, where we're finding, as with Open 2, you can maintain a lot of interactivity.
Right. That's what I was impressed with you when you were teaching Jackie last week. You really were telling a story with your magic, which you just did with the sheets, the black and white sheets, and turning it into a rainbow. Yeah, I really love that. And I remember from my childhood seeing magic shows, and the magicians did that. But it was an element that I really hadn't really remembered, I guess.
It's an element that's becoming more popular nowadays, since we're kind of in a silver age of magic with Penn and Teller Fool Us. And I think the Top Hat and Bunny type of magician, it's not going away, but the image of magic is changing from that to something more along the lines of David Blaine, or a kind of storyteller like I am, because magicians are now like, oh, theater is pretty much magic in its own sense. Let's borrow from that, and let's use magic as a storytelling tool.
Right, right. Speaking of David Blaine, I just shared on our Facebook page yesterday about his ascension and his balloons. Did you see that?
I did see bits and pieces of that.
It's pretty awesome. I think he's pretty cool.
He's one of my favorite of the modern magicians, because he's really stayed relevant, and he was among the first that took magic away from this one image into the kind of image that makes it one of the more popular art forms today.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but I do see a glass with something red in it to your side. Is that another magic trick you might be prepared to show us?
That actually is. How good of you to notice.
Have at it. I'd love to see it.
Everyone at home, raise whatever drinks you have. And on a count of 3, we're going to do a toast to life. Ready?
Ready.
1, 2, 3. To life. Cheers. Now drink up. Life has given me many opportunities, like the opportunity to be the pantomime magic consultant for this show. But life has also given me many challenges, many trials, many what we would call big, stubborn knocks. Fear not, Michael. But if you see your knocks as opportunities, they'll fall right off. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Now, when you see Open, you will see a lot of magic, a lot of great magic, but it's magic you will have to imagine. And I understand that's not your usual theater experience. But I promise, if you see that knot as an opportunity, then the invisible magic will become quite visible. And the best part is you can do some of it too. Yes, you from the edge of your seat, wherever you are, wherever you're watching, come up to your screen right now. I want to show you how magical Zoom can truly be. So magical, you can complete this knot for me if you grab the edges. Did you grab the edges, Michael? Grab the edges, everyone at home?
Yeah.
Then pull out to the side. Let's watch. Watch the knot magically tighten with your help. Then let go of your right hand. Wow, this Zoom magic really is powerful. Now reach for either desks or a TV remote.
I have a pencil.
I like that pencil. That's a good magic color. Cast a magic spell over the knot. Think that did the trick. Everyone grab the knot. Pull downward. Pull, pull until it falls right off with your magic. And not just with your magic, but with no evidence at all left. Ah! Looks like there are these battle scars, Michael. But they show you that your trials are as much a part of your life as your successes. And that both give you all a good reason to have a toast to going to see open. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you so much, Cody. That was awesome.
Of course, that's my gift to you all.
Thank you so much. This was great fun, and I know our audience is going to love hearing from you. And we really appreciate your work on Open. It really is. It really made the show exactly what it needed to be. So I really appreciate it.
Anything I can do to help keep good theater in Louisville alive, I'm glad to do it.
Thank you. We'll talk soon, I hope.
We definitely will.
Awesome.
Take care.
Bye. Thank you.